In a coastal community, it makes sense to support an organisation like Coastkeeper in their ongoing efforts to keep our bays, beaches and oceans healthy and safe. But to advocate for watersheds, that's a little more abstract, especially if you don't know what a watershed is.
What is a watershed? That's a good question.
I have no idea.
A watershed?
A watershed?
A watershed?
You know, I don't know. I just remember there was an Indigo Girls song, Up on a Watershed, but that's all.
What is a watershed? Watersheds are something that collects water. So every time it rains, wherever that water goes to, all that area that collects that rainwater is a watershed. So if you think about it, if you spilled water right here, it would go into Choice Creek and eventually out into the San Diego Bay. That's the Choice Creek watershed.
At one time, Southern California was vibrant with vegetation. Generations of Lusueño and Kumeyaay Indians lived easily off the land. It was a time of abundance.
My son's grandfather talks about how when they were kids running up and down the river, they used to dig up the cattails, the tules, and they used to dig up the bulb. And then they'd be out swimming all day long and playing all day long, and they'd find, they'd get those and then they would eat them like a potato.
But where there were once flowing rivers and ample natural resources, overdeveloped grey areas have encroached upon our wild spaces, polluting riverbeds and wiping out species of insects, plants and animals. Our watersheds have become so toxic that local basket makers have been diagnosed with mouth cancer, caused by pesticides and herbicides that have leached into the plants and then into the mouths of women.
There's always this mindset you have to get back to nature, and that's part of nature's water and all that stuff. Well, Indians don't have that mindset of getting back to nature because we're a part of nature. And so it's like saying, oh yeah, we gotta get back to ourselves, you know, and really I guess that's what people have to do, is get back to themselves and realize that all these things around them, the land and the water and the animals and stuff, the plants, are all part of themselves.
We all live downstream from someone, and what happens in a watershed doesn't stay in that watershed.
When the water drains throughout the drainage area into the creek, it carries all of the pesticides and the urban runoff and the oil and the grease and the litter from the land into the waterway. And this waterway is one of the most precious things we have in the community. We can't let it become trashed.
Coastkeeper needs help from our communities, up and downstream, to transform and heal the landscape. Our creeks and rivers can once again be essential recreation areas and vital ways to reconnect with nature.
San Diego, in too many areas, we really are disconnected from our local waterways. Here, what they've done in this development is develop an amphitheater, an entire community development, a community center here that's connected with Choice Creek, so people can actually come out, engage in the community, and actually be part of their watershed. Wherever there's a waterway, we should be working to connect our communities to that.
Success depends on community partnerships. Coastkeeper is actively working with numerous partner organisations, volunteers and municipalities in a movement to direct community attention to local waterways.
The heart of what we do is funded through individuals in San Diego who care about the work we do, care about making sure that their local creek, their local river, their bay, their areas of beach that they go to and take their family to is safe, is clean, is protected, and is a vibrant and healthy ecosystem.
Coastkeeper needs your help to turn our concrete jungle back into a thriving resource. Make a choice to help us take our watersheds from grey to green.
There's so much opportunity here. There's so much work to be done. And I really do see that growth happening, that community involvement taking place that's going to allow for this to happen, for that to blossom.